Hi everybody. Okay, so I wanted to do a quick little full moon tarot reading for the month of May 2019. This is just something to help guide us through what's going on. I wanted to focus a little bit more on the power of the month and you as wonderful sentient beings. We have so much power and potential, and I wanted to help kind of focus that energy and bring it closer to you. So I'm just gonna sit here for a second. Let me shuffle anything that needs to come forward for the month of May. The full moon is in Scorpio, so we're asking if there's any attributes to that need to come forth or be recognized and acknowledged. Okay. So, last one, and then we'll pull it in. Okay. So, the first card is balance. And so that is the power that you are bringing in to the month of May. So May is all about balancing and finding the harmony, where you're putting your energy. Are you draining your energy? Are you restoring your energy? And the balance between that. So if you are draining your energy, what are you doing to restore that, and vice versa? So really an importance on being able to bring the balance and fluidity into your life, which I think is fantastic. We could all use a little bit more of that. The second card is how using the balance is going to be able to bring in this new sense of purpose and align with that, which I think is really nice, because the Ace of Staves is a great sense of self and victorious type of meaning for me. I really love the imagery of this one, because there's like fire all the way around, and the staves represent the fire element and also movement. So there's this sense of action, right? You're doing a whole lot to accomplish your goals, to create balance, basically, is what's going on. But when you create balance, you're able to see things from a clearer perspective and can end up on top of the mountain as the sun is shining down. And yeah, I really love the imagery of this card, but the message behind it as well right now seems to be that you're doing a lot, which is great, but there's a sense of balance that needs to be put with that to align with your purpose. And the faster you find your balance, the faster you'll be able to emulate what your purpose is, and be able to bring that more into your life. So the next one is the Four of Swords. Sorry, thirsty, which is your subconscious. And so there is this sense of uncertainty, questioning, doubt. I think that this is a really great card to identify with this standstill in your thoughts, right? So you experience something and then you create the story, and you're unsure of whether or not the story that you're creating is beneficial for what's going on. And right now it doesn't really seem to be. It seems that there is something in your subconscious that needs to be assured in order to break past it. So I think the biggest part of that is when you're dealing with low self-esteem, and the story that you're creating yourself, I'm not worthy, I don't deserve it, there are many people better than me, all of these things that you start to take in as truth. And that's just not the case. You are worthy and you do deserve it, and you actually deserve more than you realize and think. And that's what this card is telling you, is that the subconscious stuff that you're holding on to and clinging to needs to be worked through and let go of before you can find true stillness in your internal and external world. And so being able to use the paradigm shifting, right? We talk about all of these things on how to shift your mindset, and that is the biggest important thing right now that you can work on in order to, oh, I hear my kitty cat, in order to find balance and your purpose and figure out where you're going for this month. So it really seems that there's not a sense of direction so much, and so you're trying to figure out where you're going from. Like, you're in this transitional phase, which I think it makes sense. Even where the month is in relation to the year, there's kind of like, we're winding down from spring into the summer, and so there's going to be a lot more energy that happens with that, and it's change, it's speeding up, and you just have to be able to keep up with it. So not being like self-conscious, right? Figure out that you can do it, and it's easier said than done when I say that. But the next card is a star that just popped out, so I like that because to me, I always think, like, when I see this card, is not even stars, like the planets that are, or like the stars that are in the sky, but I always think like the star, like, you're going to be recognized. You're a star, you're a rock star, you're out there, and people are going to see your work, they're going to acknowledge it, and it's going to be amazing. And I think that that's just clarifying the fact of us saying, there's some low confidence here, and the month of May is working through that. But by the end of the month, you're going to be a rock star. You killed it. Everything's great. And, it heals in so many different ways when you start to realize that you are worth so much, and you're full of this potential that you may not even recognize and in this moment. But the more internal work that you do, the more you'll see just how amazing you are, right? And it's fantastic when you can start to embody that, and you can start to bring it into your world and bring it into the people that you're around, because when they see that you're confident, they're like, oh gosh, I want to be like that. How can I be like that? She is amazing. She kills it. She does everything that she's supposed to. And that's right for her. And I want that in my life. I want that energetic type of vibe, to be able to just be like, I want it. And so what do I have to do to get there? And that's what the star card is for, is to just help show you that. And the next card is transformation, which I just, hello, this is what you're supposed to be working on, right? The month of May is full of transformation. There's so much going on, and you're putting it all together, and you're putting it all together to create the best life for you. What works for you, how you want to live your life, and everything that you need is going to be bringing towards you. Like, that's what your focus is. What do I need, and what do I want in my life, and how can I bring it to me? And then the stuff that isn't important in your life is just going to naturally fall away, or you'll start to see that things that you thought were important aren't. And so then you'll start to cut stuff off. I don't want this in my life. I don't need this person in my life. I don't need to have this extra stress in my life. All of these things that you thought you wanted, and you just might have a different perspective and see that you don't want it anymore. So transformation is big this month, which is super exciting, because I feel like I'm right there with you. I love doing these card readings just in general, and I feel like this was the community. I'm part of the community and the collective, and yeah, new beginnings. is what the next card is. So I feel like it all ties in, right? We're just getting so much good stuff. I love it. So yeah, the new beginnings, of course, is new beginnings. Once you start to transform your mind, your body will start to follow, right? Qi follows thought in Chinese medicine. And it's so important to recognize that where you see your life is what's going to reflect in the external. And so the mindset is so important, and it's something that I hugely believe in, but also talk about a lot with my clients on how we have to be heart-centered, and we have to really focus on the way that we energetically put things out there for the physical to follow. And the biggest energetic part of our body is the brain, that stores all of that wonderful information that we have to use with it, as well as the heart. And in Chinese medicine, the heart houses the Shen, which is part of the spirit. And so if that is not being housed properly, there are a lot of things that can go wrong with that, or can get out of balance and cause a little disturbance in the life. So it's nice to see that when we work with the mind and the energy, we can put so much more out there and a lot quicker to create these new beginnings. And I feel like right now that's where it seems to be heading with this reading, is that there is a lot of vibrational change that needs to happen. And that first starts with the brain, the mind, body, spirit type of connection. How you feel throughout the day. Are you mindful? Are you becoming more aware? I feel like it ties back in with my whole philosophy in life in general, but also for my coaching, is practice, patience, and awareness. And those three things are so key to a successful, happy, holistic life. And when you can practice all sorts of things, including mindfulness, grace, gratitude, softness, etc., those are fantastic avenues to work with the mind. And then your body follows, your behavior and your routines follow. And you're able to create this entirely different life. And so that's the biggest one. Obviously, patience, going with that. You have to be patient to understand that even though your mind has changed, your body is still in this muscle memory of these habits. And you have to just give yourself, your body, the time to adjust, even though your brain is already that much faster. I think that the mind ages slower than the body, but the mind works faster than the body. So they are opposites in those factors, but they're still very good when they're connected to create so much change, so much wonderful things into your life. And so, yeah, the next card, which is the last card, is the Two of Cups, which I love this picture. It's a man and a woman, but to me, there's a symbiotic relationship with all of this, really, creation that's happening, this intuitive creation that's going about right now. You are probably being drawn to certain things. I know that I have been feeling that way too, that there's just a lot of things that have been like synchronistic ideas, processes, behaviors, like circumstances, and all of those things will lead me to either the same thought or similar thought patterns along the same line of an idea. And for me, that just is more and more confirmation and validation that where I'm thinking at is on the right track. And that's kind of what's going on right here. So be mindful and aware of what's going on with your mind first, and then your body and your circumstances around you. There's a lot of internal change this month that's going to happen, which is great, because all that does is, not all that it does, but what it does is it helps you to hone into your own personal power, or as I like to say, the goddess within. And this just fantastic energy. My cat is running around crazy over there. This fantastic energy is something that you'll be able to utilize in every transitional moment, in every wonderful, stressful, any type of moment, because it's the best you, right? You're pulling in this higher self to help guide you into what needs to be done. And when you're aware of all of that and you sense that there are certain things that are going around that just can't be coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence anyways, but for the people who do believe in coincidences, I just feel like there are so many things that could happen all in one time that's like that statistically wouldn't be possible. I'm not sure. I'm terrible at math, but in my mind, it just does make sense. But I'm way more, Lala Pisces type of vibe. So yeah, I'm super excited for your month. I would love to hear if anything resonated or if it's happening, how you're feeling about stuff, what's going on, anything that you feel like you want to tell me. I would love to hear it. So comment, like, or subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook as TheAcuGoddess. So look for more of my readings and videos. I will be doing some digital courses soon and have a website up soon. So all good things. Looking forward to seeing you guys and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the month.